G'day everyone, Nutty Nate here, and do some live commentary of Warzone gameplay, in specifically buyback solos. Today I'm using the Riot Shield with the Desert Eagle just for a challenge, and yeah, see how we go. Decided to do a scavenger over train station just to try and get some loot quickly and get some money and get my load out as soon as possible. Because I wanted to get kills, but unfortunately I get killed right near the start and I don't end up getting a high kill game. I only get like 5 or 6 kills, but it had some funny moments in it. Some professional driving right there by me. Get my load out, and I hear someone in here. I'm not sure exactly where he is, so I decided to pop Deddy. And originally, yeah, I thought he was down the bottom, but I couldn't see him, and I didn't properly check the rooms, which was my mistake. I'm like, oh, maybe he's up top. And I have a look. I don't see him up here, but I thought, oh, maybe he's behind the air conditioning unit. No. So I'm like, nah, he's definitely down the bottom. Here he is. And I don't know why, but I just froze, and I should have thrown a stun straight away. And like an idiot, I run into my own stun. And at this point, I should have just left him, but I'm like, oh, I should be able to thermite him. Nope. He's aimed right on my head with an M60. That was really stupid. But you know, you learn. But at this point, because I've been playing Iron Trials a lot, I forgot about the free loadout, and I'm like, damn, where am I going to go? There is no scavengers on the map at all. Like, they're all taken. I'm just like, oh. I'm like, I can't land back and get my stuff, because there's a good chance he might have picked some of it up, or he's just camping it, so I'm like, it's not even worth it. So I decided to go for the fire station, just because there's a truck there, and maybe I get a few weapons and have a comeback, and maybe I do a bounty or something. So I get the truck and I get a bit lucky here. I spot someone as I'm driving down the street at the end, and then I see that gear just sitting on the ground, and I'm like, oh, I can see what he's got, but obviously these people are a bunch of noobs, because this guy's got a valve with like next to no attachments, just 20 round mag. I'm like, alright. I'm like, okay, where'd this guy go? I'm like, maybe he went in that building because the door's open, and I'm looking that way, and no, he was right there. I got incredibly lucky with that guy. I'm like, okay, I'll just loot him, see what he's got, and he's got a striker, which is terrible. Not sure what that other gun was on the ground. Was that maybe an Odin or a QBZ, but I don't pick it up. I ended up going over here, and that scared the crap out of me. I was like, what?
Loadout drop headed your way.
And my plan was to grab the bounty from this building, which I ended up grabbing later, but the free loadout came. I'm like, oh yeah, free loadout, so I go for it. And I think this dude was jumping off the roof to get the loadout, but he saw me coming in the truck and he's like, oh screw it, I'll go in the car and just piss off out of here. So I end up getting my loadout. Go back to the bank, grab the bounty, and I'm like, oh, my bounty's in the car, he's heading this way. I'll just wait and see if he heads towards me, but nah, he obviously saw the threat level go up and he went towards big red building. Just being really cautious with the shield and have a bit of a look around. I head over here and get sniped at, and luckily my shield saves me. I'm like, huh? I'm like, maybe that was fire station, I don't know, but I just had a quick look to make sure he wasn't close. I open this door to see if I can spot the bounty, and sure enough he's on the roof. I'm like, oh, did you see me? I mean, there's a good chance he heard the door open. It looks like he went back inside, so I decided to go out the back door, but then I see the sniper in the firehouse tower. I'm like, oh, okay. But then I end up just pushing out the other door. The guy's not looking at me, so I come in, open the door, just trying to bait and see where he is. And I hear him upstairs. Or I heard a noise where I thought, oh, maybe he's gonna jump off and go in the car and just bail. So I check the car. I'm like, alright, I'll just go up top, and I'm not afraid to run and walk a bit, because if anything I'm trying to use a bit of noise to try and get him to come to me, because I'm using a shield and stun, so I hear a bit of noise again, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's up the top, but I'm just gonna check these rooms. Check this room quickly just to make sure. I don't check all of them, but I'm just sort of trying to bait him too by slamming the door. I'm like, nah, he has to be up top. And I'm just walking up here, trying to bait him down. I'm like, yeah, he's watching the ladder. So I just sit here for a minute,
UAV overhead.
and I'm glad I was patient here because he ends up chucking a stun, and I'm able to block it with the shield. Which he wouldn't get a hit marker, so he would have no idea I'm sitting here. If anything, he probably thinks it's clear. I have a thermite ready because I heard what sounded like was a ladder, or it was maybe him running on the roof. I'm like, oh, maybe he's gonna climb down the ladder and I'll just stick him. But no, he doesn't do that, so I put it away and I'm just decide to sit here and see if he makes a move. Because the moment I climb the ladder, if he's watching it, I'd be dead. But I think what ends up happening is there's a car that drives by and he gets distracted by it, so I make the move to climb up the ladder. You can see the car on the minimap at the moment. I think it's that car. Yeah, it's coming closer. And I hear some audio, so I know, yeah, I heard
50
Tim.
remain.
I'm like, alright, he's moved, so I'm just gonna creep up the ladder. I have a quick look, I'm like, alright, he's not there. Sneaking. I make a bit of noise and I hear him start to run back, so I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta get up. I'm like, oh no, cluster. But he comes in, and he's a fellow riot shielder. I stick him, and luckily I survived the damage, and I'm like, alright, I should be alright from the cluster if I just chill here. It'd be very unlucky if the cluster got in this part and killed me. It has happened to me before, but the chances, it's like 1 in 1,000. Like, I'm pretty sure there's someone below me because of that. I'm like, oh, yeah, here he is. I go to stun him. I don't know if that was my own stun that hit myself, or if he threw one really quickly and then threw another, but yeah. He threw a Molotov, so I freak out a bit, chuck a thermite just to see if he runs through, get some information. And I decide to go back up. And this dude, I can hear him running up to me now. I'm like, okay, he's a bit crazy to come up here. And I peek over and sure enough, he's there. I get the bow ready. And then someone starts shooting him and I kill him with the bow. I only had 1 shot left, but that's all I needed. So I know there's someone else down there now. But I'm pretty sure this guy just bails. And I pick up those stuns, which is very useful. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy just bails, but I'm playing really carefully at this point because I really don't want to die and lose all my stuff again. Ah, and there he is. Luckily I pulled the shield up in time before he melted me. A second stun would have been good, but he jumped out the window. If I stunned him there, it would have been an easy kill because I could have just swapped to the deagle, finished him, or just beat him up. Or thermited him even. I ended up spending too long in the building when I rotated out here. I don't know if that's the same guy, but there's a sniper looking at me, so there's a good chance it was the same guy. Either that or he just saw the gunfire from the other dude and yeah. But I think it's the same guy. And at this point I'm like, man, I'm pretty much screwed. There's gas right on my tail. A sniper looking right at me. I use this tree for a tiny bit of cover just to poke it up and give me a bit of a chance. And at this point, because I'm getting closer, he's just like, yeah, no, it's not worth it, and he just starts running away. And I'm like, cool. I have a chance. I look around here carefully. It's very hard to see through the riot shield, so I don't know if I miss seeing him here, but I move up. I sprint a bit just to give me a bit more visual information. I ended up getting over here. I still don't see him. I'm like, where'd this guy go? I suppose he just bolted. And I start getting shot by this guy. I'm like, oh, great. So I slowly crouch walk over. And the guy to the side of me could kill me at any time, but I have no idea where he's gone. And pretty nervous at this point, but I make it to the building, just have a quick look, see if I can find some armor. Get a bit unlucky. And I just decide to walk across like this in case the guy's gonna shoot me again. Then I hear sniper fire, which I think is actually coming from behind me and shooting at that guy. So I'm like, alright, now's my chance to move up, but I don't know where the sniper is behind me. I can't see him. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep moving. And yeah, luckily I make it to the circle. I ended up spotting a guy to my right, which might have been the guy from earlier, but I just decided to play careful here because there's a few guys around, there's not much I could do, and I have no armor. I knew someone was on top of the array, so I was making my way this way because I really wanted to get a kill for the stuff, but unfortunately the gas kind of screws me over and I don't have a chance to get his gear, but this is probably one of the most clutch riot shield kills that I've gotten. But it's a shame that I couldn't pick up his gear, because if I had his gear I would have been in a much better position. I just used the stuns just to like store for time and keep him in the gas, just to whittle him down. And at this point I'm like, alright, I'm gonna have to try and thermite him, and I line it up. Nice. Got a pretty good stick on him if I do say so. And luckily I block his damage and just heal up enough so that when my mask breaks I can run to the zone. And I had a quick look back just in case he got back up and tried to shoot me. But now I'm stuck in the open with no armor. Not good. Make it to this building just to have a look, see if I can find a plate or two. Fortunately I don't get lucky. If I could get to a buy station that would have been good, but there was a buy at Array, but by the time I discovered it the gas was already moving and I didn't have a chance. I ended up spotting this guy and he ends up being my last kill in the match, but whoever had a UAV up, it just ends up coming for me. I think this guy probably wasn't ghosted either, so he was probably coming for him and then he would have killed me. I killed him, try and pick up his satchel and armor, but yeah. Like I said, I think this guy is UAV because he's just looking at me through the wall like he knows, but he's definitely not cheating. At first I was like, huh, is this guy walling? Because the way he was looking, but nah, he just had a UAV. That's why I decided to spectate. I'm like, oh, he does have 5 spectators, but I think it's just because this guy is really good and it's near the end of the game, so you get people spectating to see how it finishes. And I felt like just watching the end. I can tell this guy is a pretty good player because he's got a pretty good shot, but he ends up making some weird plays at the end that gets him killed and he doesn't end up winning the game. Like this shot on the truck here with the sniper was pretty good. Any other vehicle it would have been a one-shot kill, but for some reason with the truck they give like the window of the truck armor, so it does reduce damage. It takes like 2 shots. Because yeah, he hit his armor then. Then he rushes the rest of his shots and doesn't get them. It's pretty hard to take someone out of a truck. Yeah, at this point, if I was him and I was trying to seriously play with the guns he's using, I would have tried to get to a good position, but I don't know if he's like still kill hungry or what, but he makes a really weird rotation like up to the left here. Yeah, this guy shoots at him and he, instead of rotating to the right, he really wants to get this guy. I don't know why, but he rotates just a tiny bit into the gas, which gives him a mask animation, which ultimately I don't think screws him, but he gets incredibly lucky. Like, why did he go into the gas there? If he was gonna make a gas play, he should have went all the way around. But yeah, he gets destroyed by that guy. He gets incredibly lucky though, because the guy that just downed him gets sniped by someone else, and then he goes to plate up. And there's a guy in the truck coming here, and like the guy in the truck must be blind because he's just laying in the open. Watch this, ready? In the truck, you think, oh, he's gonna run him over? Nah, he just turns and goes into a tree, and then you think you would spot him there? Nah. I mean, the dude had a flashlight, and then he ends up getting sniped by the guy that saved him before, I guess. And then this guy, yeah, this guy ends up winning the match. He seems decent as well. He ends up picking up his gun. It's funny, he hits a pretty crazy thermite there on the truck from like a respectable kind of range, But then all the equipment throws this guy does later in the match is just horrible. And I just find that hilarious. Like, he couldn't hit a grenade to save his life. Like, you'll see, he picks up a couple of Semtexes here to deal with this right shoulder, and he misses both of them, and he was at a very close range where he could just easily stick the guy. So yeah, he gets the grenades. Gets a good snipe on that right shoulder, I like that. Yeah, it's funny how many right shielders were in this game, and they make a comment about it at the end, and I say something that ticks them off a bit. I think my name definitely helps because I changed it to Camp Like a Pro. Yeah, he gets some good shots on this guy, but then the grenade's awful. Like, the dude is walking left. You gotta aim left of him slightly. Like, I don't know. Like, those weren't the worst grenade throws in the road. In the world, sorry, what am I saying? But he picks up these thermites and he tries to throw them at the truck and he just completely misses both of them. Like, you can tell he's panicking. Like, just watch. He misses like by a long shot. I'm like, what? Ready? Like, you should easily be able to stick the truck with these thermites, but look, completely failed. He gets gassed and somehow still kills this guy. Like, that right shoulder was terrible. I don't think gas is as strong as it used to be though, because this guy doesn't have battle harden and it didn't affect him very long, but I suppose he got out of the gas cloud pretty fast. Now it's just a 1v1 and I don't know, the last guy is just got the awareness of a toothpick and somehow came second. Well, I don't know, he sees him there, shoots him, and then this guy just gets the easiest snipe of his life. Like, this guy's just sitting still. I don't know how he misses the first shot though, because he wasn't even moving. I suppose he rushed, and an easy second shot, and the guy didn't even move. Like, dude, you're getting sniped at, move. Anyway, I'll shut up for this last bit so you can hear the hot mics, it's pretty funny. He's got a very cocky name, never not wrong.
GG to whoever won.
Why the fuck were there so many riot shielders?
That's what I thought. Okay, I've been spectating quite a while.
Camping central here, bro.
3 in the final zone.
Yeah, well, there was another 2 before I started spectating you.
Oh yeah, you like that, don't ya?
Fuck me, if you
Oh,
guys
it's
like
you.
camping so much, go get a rod, go fucking out in the bush and go camp up for a weekend. Fuck me.